What's going on, everybody? So today we are in the popular Lyon Park neighborhood, checking out a 5-bedroom single-family house. This property is just a few blocks to the Clarendon Metro, as well as all the restaurants and shops and everything like that. So let's head outside and get this tour started. So today we have a 5-bed, 4.5-bath house currently on the market for $1,399,000 and listed by Zdenka Hoffman with KW United. This home has a spacious primary suite on the first level, driveway parking for up to 4 cars, a flat lot in the backyard, and a huge basement with potential. You're also just blocks to Clarendon and a quick drive to DC, DCA Airport, and the Pentagon. The homes on either side are also for sale, and this one on the corner is actually owned by the same LLC, and they are a motivated seller. That being said, let's start the tour, and if you have any questions or would like to set up a showing, just reach out to my team and I below. All right, let's get this tour started. It chose the windiest day ever to film a video here. So as soon as we walk in, got the hardwood floors, the radiator heat, which is kind of common in this part of Lyon Park, or just in Lyon Park in general. Then off to our left, we have kind of like a flexible type of space. Office maybe. One thing that I do like about this property is you have a pretty big flat lot. So you are close to Washington Boulevard, you know, it's right there, you can hear it a little bit, but flat lot, big lot, and obviously you back up to commercial, but that's Clarendon, so you know, you're right next to Clarendon, walking distance to all the restaurants, bars, Metro, shops. And this door is the basement, so we'll check out the basement last. The basement is pretty interesting. I think you're gonna wanna stay for that. To my left, right, we have the coat closet. And then we have a powder room. So this house, obviously, it's not like renovated. It's not original either, kind of like a in-between, I guess you could say. I'm pretty sure that this was a rental property because you have like 5 bedrooms. Nothing's like fully renovated, but it's not like bad either. So with 5 bedrooms this close to Clarendon Metro and Clarendon nightlife and all that, you know, I assume it was probably a rental. We got our wood-burning fireplace. We'd want to check to see if that works. And this brick guy really went all out with his mortar there, his tuck pointing. Opens up to the kitchen. And let me just show you, hopefully it's not too windy with the noise and all that. But you got a flat lot. I always talk about this. They put the evergreen trees up to give you a little bit more like privacy. So I always like when people do that. They got their tetherball. And then this owner also owns that property right there. And they say it's a motivated owner. So, you know, who knows? Maybe you buy 2 for 1, get a good deal. You can see the mortar is like the same style on the outside as well. And we got our deck. And they also did mention that the owner is willing to build a fence between the 2 properties if somebody wanted. So it could be an option. That's probably what I would do, unless you own both of them. And the flooring here is some type of like vinyl or laminate kind of thing. Got pantry space. We do have a couple pantry areas, so this is just like a smaller pantry space. And a little bit more about this home. It was built in 1977, which Lyon Park, there's actually a lot of like Sears houses, like 1920s, 1940s, 50s. And then of course, all the new construction around here is gonna be, you know, 2.5 million, 3 million. You know, head over a few more blocks to Lyon Village, and you got $4 million houses. So this location is definitely very desirable. Got our beverage cooler, because obviously you're also just minutes to Washington, D.C., DCA Airport, the Pentagon. Got our GE stove over there. A few more. We got the Maytag dishwasher. And you got another little deck space right there. Let me just back up so you can see. And this home was listed at 1.569. Now it's at 1.399. And the median sales price around here is about 1.8, basically about 2 million, because you have all these new construction homes that are 2.5 to 3.5 million. But then you have some of these older houses that haven't been like fully redeveloped. But overall, the prices in Lyon Park are pretty high. And this is cool that you actually have a first level suite. I'm sure this was probably like, I don't know, a living room or something. But it's a massive space here. And you have the ensuite bathroom, which we'll check out. So if you move into this house, this is the bedroom that you want. We do have 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then the basement has a ton of space, but you'll see kind of what I mean shortly. You do get some road noise because you're so close to Washington Boulevard, but there are a lot of things you can do. Obviously you can put up more trees, you can replace the window. Replacing windows with like more soundproofing kind of windows can do a lot, and there's like soundproofing blinds and shades, and there's like a whole industry around soundproofing. But me, I'd probably more trees, replace the windows, and you'll still get a little bit of noise, but might help a bit. All right, anyways, here is the primary bath. Our tub, shower, so kind of like a basic setup, but like perfectly functional. Like you can tell it was probably a rental property. I know the one next door was a rental property, and they got, I believe, $6,100 per month for a 5-bedroom, and that house next door is smaller. So you could probably get at least like $6,100 per month, and if you made the basement nicer, you could probably get some more. Over here we have kind of a deep closet, pantry, mudroom kind of thing. And we'll just pop outside real quick. Got some space here. The driveway, you probably would have to fit cars back to back as opposed to like side to side. But you could definitely fit like at least 2 cars, I would say. All right, so I think we checked out everything on this level, and we still got 2 more levels to go. So let's head upstairs. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So before we head upstairs, if you guys have any questions about this home or any homes in the Northern Virginia, DC area, in any price range, reach out to my team and I below, and we can set up a showing, get your questions answered, look at comps, that kind of thing. Also, be sure to sign up for my Northern Virginia weekly email newsletter in the link below. We go over market updates, deal of the week, helpful info, off-market deals, things like that. All right, let's head upstairs. So, a lot of space right there. And I like that we have 2 pantry areas. I like this stairwell. We got the hardwood floors up here. That's the primary suite on this level, so we'll check that out last up here. Let me show you kind of like where we walked up from. And bathroom number 1 upstairs, the hallway bath. So it's just, you know, not renovated, not original. Well, actually this might be original. The blue. It's kind of cool, the retro look. But, you know, if you're using this as a rental property, it's perfectly fine. Got another closet here. And we have bedroom number 1 upstairs. So we have 4 bedrooms up here with 2 baths. 1 bedroom on the main level with 1.5 bathrooms. And then the basement just has, a lot going on. I'll show you what I mean shortly. So we have laundry. As long as the laundry is not in the basement, that's all I care about. Actually, it's best if it's upstairs. Bedroom number 2. What's crazy is this house is also for sale. The one I'm in is obviously for sale, and then the house on the corner right next to us with the same owner is also for sale. So 3 houses in a row for sale. I don't think I've ever seen that before. This owner just owns these 2. I don't know who owns that one, but and you might say, "Oh, that's a bad sign." You know, I think it's a bad sign when you see a property that gets sold like every year or 2. If you look up a property's history and in the last 10 years, it's been sold like 4 times, I think that's definitely like a red flag. This home and the one to the left, they've been owned, I believe, since like 2014. I think I saw on the tax record. So maybe the guy is just like cashing out. But, you know, being this close to Washington Boulevard does affect resale value. You know, it's kind of like you're so close to Clarendon, but you also have a busier road right there. All right, so this is the primary suite up here. Very spacious, and we even have a deck as well. Back up here so you can see the full. We got a deck, we got a bonus room, and we got a bathroom, of course. So we got our 2 sinks here. Kind of basic bathroom setup, but again, perfectly functional. Yeah, so actually, I don't know if I'd want the first level bedroom or this one because you have the deck in this bonus room. You come out here every morning, drink your coffee. You can see the commercial, buildings right there. And you can see Clarendon's right there, but again, you're just blocks to everything. Look how much parking that house has. I think they said 4 or 5 cars can park there. Just turn the whole yard into a huge parking lot for people. I don't know if that would be allowed. All right, so we got closet number 1. And got a walk-in closet here. And then this was kind of a cool space. I don't know if the fireplace works. That's always something like we want to get separately checked by a fireplace inspector, chimney inspector. This could be like an office, extra closet space, den. All right, so we checked out everything up here, and let's head downstairs and check out the basement. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So if you guys have any questions about this house, if you want to set up a showing for this one or any others in the Arlington, Northern Virginia, DC area, in any price range, just reach out to my team and I below, and we'd love to assist you. We could even see all 3 of these houses since there's 3 in a row for sale, which I don't think I've ever seen before. But let's check out this basement. All right, so today is literally Halloween, and I'm walking into this basement with like spray paint on the floor, only that way. So, okay, let me back up here a little bit. We'll do a full tour. The ceiling height is definitely pretty good down here. Some of these Arlington, especially Lyon Park basements, like the ceiling height is pretty low, but if somebody wanted to, you could really finish this off. You even have an egress window right there, so you could, possibly turn this into another bedroom. Looks like they got started and then got distracted with other stuff going on. But down here you could have a bedroom. I could have my sauna down here somewhere. See, that's the radiator heat, the boiler system. So you do have this separate, we got 2 electrical panels there. Let me just walk out here. Show you real quick. Oh, okay, so that's the neighbor's driveway, so you'd have to walk around. Show you. You'd actually have to walk around that side of the house unless you had some type of exit right there. So if you're a contractor or you like doing work, this basement definitely has potential. So you could do like 1 bedroom over there. You have 2 egress windows right on this side. You have all this framing that's up. I mean, obviously, this is not cheap, but you could probably get another 2 bedrooms out of here. And we got some type of hookup, plumbing setup. Looks like that might have been a sink. At one point, we got our yoga room right here. Yeah, you can see there's some water hookup right there. Yeah, there's a lot of space. I mean, obviously a lot of junk too, but. Okay, so it looks like this was probably supposed to be the bathroom, or was going to be the bathroom. And then this probably was a garage at one point, and now it's like this very spacious kind of like rec room. You could see if you had this rented to like 4 or 5, 6 people, you know, this would be like a hangout space. Walk out there, go out to Clarendon. There are limits on the amount of unrelated people that can live in one property together, so that's something to keep in mind. But a small little sink here, but nice to have another bathroom. Got our shower with 2 shower heads. And we got some storage underneath here. Yeah, this is like pretty tall ceilings. You can walk right out. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't remember there being stairs. We get that blocked off. That's actually what my parents were looking at doing with their property. And then let me just show you this side. So you can walk right out. Probably just one car could fit on either side, maybe 2, but it'd be a little bit tight. But definitely back to back, you could fit some cars. All right, so let me know what you thought about this one, and be sure to check out some other Northern Virginia property tours. I think we have almost 200 different houses. So if you're in the market for a property in Northern Virginia, you want to get a sense of what's out there, check out some other videos on my channel, and reach out to my team and I anytime if you have questions or want to set up a showing or anything like that.